Yo, what up guys, so in today's video what I want to do is basically introduce you to Burpsuite. Coming to this video, I guess you're a beginner and have probably zero experience with Burpsuite or are struggling with Burpsuite. That's why I'm here to help you. So basically, what is Burpsuite? Why do people love use it? And in my opinion, I think a lot of people are underestimating Burpsuite. I underestimated myself Burpsuite because I never knew how powerful Burpsuite is. Powerful is very, very powerful when it comes to applications or websites. And basically, I can do a lot of functions, which I'm going to mention in a second, some examples of these functions. Basically, just before we start, I want to say Burpsuite is installed on default by Kali. I'm pretty sure it's actually installed, it's definitely installed on Parrot as well. And I don't know about any other systems that are designed for pen testing. I know about Kali and Parrot. I don't really use any other systems because I don't see a need of using other systems. So you launch Burpsuite by going to the left corner and just typing Burpsuite, or you can just launch through the command terminal, which is just Burpsuite. As you can see, if it's blue, it means it's okay. If it says not, then you might have to do sudo su and then just Burpsuite. I don't think you would have to because you shouldn't have to. I don't have to. You shouldn't have to. So as soon as you launch it, you will get this window. Now, there's a lot of things here that you really don't need to use. I don't really use this window. It's something that is just here basically for me, right? So basically these are tasks that you have basically queued. This is a pro version only. It shows you some, as you can see, it says sequence injection, command injection. It shows you basically some of the attacks that you can implement on this website. And a pro version is obviously paid subscription because Portswigger is the owner of Burpsuite, and Portswigger charges money for a pro version unless you manage to crack it. But then you might have the federal police on you, so it's up to you. That was a joke, obviously. Don't hack into Portswigger to get a free subscription of Burpsuite, right? This is just some event log. I don't really say you would need to worry about this. I don't use this either, and there's just obviously some information about as you can see, information about actually, it actually tells you how it works basically. As you can see, there's some web cache poisoning, and you can actually try and implement this on the website, and it will most likely tell you. Actually, I don't have a pro subscription, so I can't tell you how it works exactly. But as far as I can see, that's how it works. SQL injection, for example, as you can see, I should say somewhere here on the right. Nope, maybe no. Doesn't matter, right? We're not interested in this. The most important window you'll be possibly is target, proxy, intruder, repeater, sequencer, and decoder. I would say these are the sort of 5 options you would be interested in. Other than that, I would not say you would need, for a beginner at least, you would not need any other ones than these 5 windows. I'm going to try to focus today on target, proxy, and decoder. I'm not going to focus on intruder repeater because I want to make a different video about that basically later on. I don't want to focus on too much stuff because as you watch a video, you focus on certain stuff and you lose focus after basically, watching too long, or by basically just being bored, right? I do lose focus pretty easily if I'm not interested in something. If I'm interested in something's hard, if I'm really determined to make something, then I can sit for hours and hours and do something. Right, so I don't want to make too boring videos as well. So basically, what we're gonna do is first we're gonna launch a browser because that's how we basically can do something. What I'm gonna do is actually, now when you draw, sometimes when you are on try Hack Me, Hack the Box, or any other website you're trying to use, and their virtual machines may not allow you to run a browser. As you can see, if you go to proxy, intercept, and you go to open browser, it may not allow you. The reason is I don't know, but I know how to bypass this, and well, basically allow you. It's not bypassing, it's something that Burpsuite has introduced. So basically, if you go to user options, miscellaneous, and you go to, project options, miscellaneous, and just go to the bottom, and there's a Burp browser settings. Just click this setting. You don't need to stop using GPU, whatever. and just click go to back to proxy and open browser. It might ask you for a password, however, just click OK, and it will be fine. You don't need a password because you don't know the password for these machines. So just click continue, and it will launch a browser, right? So once you get a browser, it's basically a Chrome browser. It's not a Firefox, unfortunately. I don't really like Chrome, but whatever, life is life. So if we go to I've got a machine running right here, so let me just go to the IP address. So if you go HTTP, now by default, if I go to google.com, every single request I make, as you can see, it's basically being sent through port 80, not HTTPS, right? It's not being sent through HTTPS, which is good. That's a good message to us, which makes stuff easier. So if you go to HTTP, well, for me, so I want for you, it'll work for you. Let's go here. As you can see, we are on the website now. As you can see, we're not getting any requests. There's nothing here. Yeah, there's something here, but we're not getting anything on proxy. So what you need to do is press intercept. Intercept basically will intercept requests, and as you can see, we have a request. Now, this doesn't mean anything to you. It means to me, but not to you, which is okay. I'll explain everything in a second. So basically, as you can see, it keeps loading. It keeps loading. It will never load. It will be like this for 15 years, right? It will still not load because that's the point. It's not loading because we're intercepting, and basically Burpsuite is waiting till we send the request. That's why we have forward and drop buttons here. We also have action, but as I said, you really don't need this right now. You can also just select everything and right click into intruder, repeater, and decoder and stuff like that, which is quite useful. Not gonna lie, you don't have to control copy and control paste to whatever you're trying to do. So basically, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna turn intercept off. Now, whatever you're trying to do, you need to remember to turn intercept off and on, right? Because this is important. Because if you don't, and you're gonna be like, why is this not loading? What is going on? Why is this not loading? Right? Just turn it off and it'll load, right? Also, another thing is if you go to target, and as you can see, there's a lot of stuff, right? If I will go to sitemap, there's just some useless websites we don't need, right? Can I delete all this again? Yes. Okay. So as you can see, right, I deleted everything. But if you go to scope and you put the IP address that you're after, so if I put HTTP, right, if I press OK and I go to sample Google right now, as you can see, the sitemap is not getting filled up with some stupid request that we don't need, right? So if I go back to the website and I refresh, remember that you have to refresh because you have to basically, once you delete it or something, or you drop the requests, you will have to go back and forth between refreshing the website so the Burpsuite recognizes, okay, he wants to load it again. So home, basically what I'm going to do now is try to basically expose the sitemap, which is important, more important. But for basically exposing the whole sitemap of a website, we can go to robots.txt, which I don't know if it's unblocked. Yeah, it's not unblocked, unfortunately. But what we can do is basically try to click on every single thing in the world. So try and click on every single button in the world. I know there's a flag hidden somewhere here, but I can't remember where exactly. We're not going to be looking for it. Maybe it's this. No. Oh, there is actually. So there's a flag. Yeah, I knew there's a flag. So as you can see, there's a flag hidden somewhere, and I found it. And that's it for what I wanted to show you for now. So basically, as you can see, there's a lot of things, right? We can obviously inspect all these things any way you want it. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go to, what did I want to show you? I wanted to show you basically something cool. If you go to contact and you put something, yeah, let me just put the same thing, already done this, let me just submit, and let me go to support. There we go. Right, so as you can see, we submitted some queries. Now if you go to here, there's a wee little gear, and it shows you basically, I should show you right here. It doesn't, no. Okay, so basically it shows you right here. This basically shows us the request we've made. It shows us the query form we have sent. Right, so it says, as you can hear, it says email 123 40 is that percentage. Gmail, sorry, it's at 40 is at gmail.com and content 123. Now, this doesn't mean, as I said, doesn't mean anything to you, but this is, we can actually use this request to our advantage. You can actually do the same thing with proxy. So if I do the same with this and you submit query, you can actually, as I said, you can basically intercept and you can modify this request. So I can actually modify this and send something else. I'm not going to do that because there's no point. I want to find some website, but I'm going to have to switch a box to actually show you something cool. I think that's WS for F for proxy. I wanted to show you one more thing, but I need to switch a box, I think, to actually show you this. Yeah, okay, I'll try to find another box and I'll get back to you guys. Now, so basically now what I want to show you is how powerful Burpsuite is, what you can do with Burpsuite, right? So what we're gonna do is I'm going to show you how to intercept a request and how to send the request and privilege escalate, which I showed you the last video. But please don't run this on any first website you run because you'll fuck up their website, right? I know I actually found out an easy way how to fix this, but I'll show you in a second. What we're going to do is intercept this off. We're going to turn it on. We're going to update profile. And what we're going to do is, as you can see, this is the request, right? This is the request we have returned. So as you can see, this is the whole request. So basically what we need to do now is change this. So I'll show you how to. So as we have +1, +2, you get between undesamped and equals mark, and you get here to press Shift 7. You do URE other roles equals administrator, right? And you just forward the request. Now, what you have to do is forward the request, do not drop it. I will show you what drop does in a second. So forward, I might just forward everything, and then if you just press intercept this off, as you can see, we are administrator now. Now, how to fix this? Basically, because once you do this exploit, you are not allowed to basically use the WP admin website again, because it fucks up the website. So how you fix this is by going to the all users, you do capabilities, and all you do is just change it to change it to subscriber or whatever it was. It will fix the website and then it's back to use. And that's how sort of you can also cover your tracks, because then who will know what has happened unless they go into logs, right? So this is how easy it is to basically do stuff with Burpsuite. Now, what I want to also show you, as I said, I'll show you Decoder. Decoder is also a very, very important tool, which I also started using a couple of days ago. So I have an encoded base 64 hash right here. You were not supposed to see this time early. Just change it. There we go. Let's just remember whatever, right? So basically, this is text. Do not use text because it makes it ugly. I don't really get any of this, right? So just use text. You most likely won't either, unless you're some binary geek. So basically what you do is decode. So decode is what you're inputting. So if it's base 64, for example, this is base 64, it will also highlight the color that you're trying to decode. So if it's base 64, decode base 64, right? And then encode, basically, so encoding back whatever we can encode it to something else. You can encode it to ASCII, you can encode it to octal, you can encode it to whatever you want. I'm gonna encode it to plain because it's only been encoded once. So just encode it to plain. So decode as base 64 and encode as plain. For some reason it's fucking with me. There we go. There you go. It's working. So there you go. Now this is, I think this is a bit buggy because it's not really working properly, if I'm not wrong. It does work, but it's a bit, I think, a little buggy because it does work, as you can see, right, and then a plane, but it doesn't work like it's supposed to. There you go. Maybe it's just, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to use this, but I think it's just a little bit buggy. Like Zap is a little bit buggy as well. It doesn't really matter because you have online tools, so if this doesn't work for you or you're having problems with this, you can just go to the internet and decode base64. This is just a good tool to use because it makes sometimes things faster. You can also use CrackStation. This is not the best because it doesn't have a hashing algorithm, so MD5 hash, SHA-12, 512, whatever. It doesn't have these options like CrackStation has. CrackStation, sometimes it's much easier to use than Hashcat because it's faster. It really matters what your needs are. So overall, this is just, as I said, I think that'll be the end of this video because I wanted to say, I think that's what I wanted to say is done. I will also make, as I said, I'll make another tutorial a bit more detailed about Intruder Repeater and hope you learned something new. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you can leave a like, subscribe, comment, and check out my socials, that would be great. And see you in the next video, guys. Thank you for watching.